fish heads, fish heads, fish heads. Eat them up, yum.
Oh, I think I'm losing my voice. That happened a little while ago, didn't it? Fairly recently. I sort of kind of halfway lost my voice. Oh, it's really, really losing it. Oh, I'm losing my voice. I can't make funny voices now because I'm losing my voice. Oh shit, man. I'm really losing it. I was fine not 10 minutes ago. And then I started sneezing because I never just sneeze. I can never just sneeze. It's always that I start sneezing. It's never just achoo. And then I'm fine. It's always achoo. Oh God, no. Here it comes. Achoo. 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 For the next fucking 5-10 minutes. And it fucks me, it makes me all wheezy and sniffly. Sometimes it happens from dust. Sometimes it happens from too much cum. I don't know, there's all manner of reasons, I guess. Dust tends to be the sort of the most prevalent, premonition one. Reason, or cause, rather. Damn dusty wusts. Yeah, so it makes me wheezy and sniffly, but it's never made me lose my voice before that I can really remember. But today, apparently, it has. If I try and do my, like, hi, I'm you, I can't get past. I'm trying to scream. And it's not working. Hi, I'm Ewan. Oh, I hate myself. I mean, my voice stinks in general anyway. It's not that good a voice. So today you'll just have to fucking bear with whatever this stupid voice is that I've got today. I'm sorry. My bad. Maybe it'll improve during the recording of the episode. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Did you watch my gaming video? My latest gaming video? I'm sure you didn't, because again, those videos hardly get any views. For someone who constantly bangs on about, like, oh, my videos don't get many views, it's so discouraging, I have to wonder if I really want to put in the effort and keep making them. I had a little scroll through my my channel, the videos on my channel the other day, just sort of like, because I got a couple of comments on some older videos and I was like, oh, when was that made? Back when? And for someone who keeps going on about, I don't know if I want to keep doing what I'm doing because I don't get many views. I make a lot of videos. I make a shitload of videos. Man, there's some fucking content on my channel. Maybe I could be seen as one of those, like, undiscovered geniuses where one day in the future people will stumble onto it, like a weird amount of people will suddenly all stumble onto my channel, like, who's this guy with 8,000 videos with 200 views each? Let's all give him some fucking time and attention. That was going somewhere. Did you see my gaming video? It was pretty funny. If you didn't watch it, so it was, I'm playing through the second book of this. I figured I'd sit down and do sort of 40 to 60 minutes playthrough of that, get another video out of it, because I want to play it and I figure I may as well make a video, because a couple of people have said they enjoy those gaming book fighting fantasy videos, so that's encouraging, you know. It's good to know someone wants to see it. And then it was about 15 minutes and I died because, so in the story, a brief synopsis or whatever for you, epilogue, if you like. My character, I was in some town, I went past this place and there were artists and those sorts of like people giving a show. And I saw an artist with no hands who had a load of portraits he'd apparently painted and a guy playing with fire. So being the art head that I am, I went to the artist with no hands, and I was like, hey, wow, you paint all these pictures? And he goes, yeah, I've got this magic brush that paints them on their own. It's in my hut. Go have a look if you want. So I decided, yeah, I'll go have a look. And I walk in and I see an easel. I'm behind the easel, I see it, and on the other side of the easel there's a magic brush painting a picture, and I'm like, oh, let's go have a look at what it is. And then outside of the game, I correctly guessed, I bet it's painting a picture of me. Wouldn't that be weird? And it was. I went around and it was painting a picture of me. So I had the option of like running away because it's scary or whatever, or hanging out and seeing how this thing comes out, see what the finished painting looks like. Maybe I want to buy it. So I hung out just to see how it turns out. And then the painting got finished by the magic brush. And then it came to life, of course, which I sort of half guessed, and started attacking me. And so I had to fight myself. And it had my same skill and stamina. And after... I won't go through the whole... Watch the video, it's great. I died against myself with some really unlucky die rolls. Rolls. I fucking died after about 15 minutes. And that was it. Like, I went to one place in the game and fucking died. In a really... Not even in a shit way. It was quite a funny way, actually. If I'm going to die in a game, I guess it's quite... good, funny, fun way to go. Fucking stupid. But I guess it's funny, isn't it? So I will, at some point, I'll press the, continue button at the game over screen and retry that one. Maybe I'll see what the fire guy is up to. Maybe that'll be a more fruitful endeavour for that adventure. I guess we'll see, won't we? So what the hell are you drawing today, Ewan? Well, I'm glad you asked. Viewer. Spit it down, look at the skull. It's like one skull, but it's many skulls inside a single skull. You fucking bitch. NFTs are a thing. I'm seeing them more and more. Lots of a few artists that I quite sort of, I wouldn't say admire, but I enjoy the work of, are getting into the NFT scene of, marketing and trading their artwork in the digital fucking databases and blockchains and shit. For monetary gain, I guess. That's what's important, isn't it? Money. That's the most important thing in the world. Who are you if you don't have money? I'll tell you who you are. You're Millhouse. You're a stupid little, nerdy little cunt if you ain't got money. No one wants to date you or touch your penis unless you got fucking money. And what better way to get money than to be ultra modern and create non-fungible tokens? Well, I've had it, because on thinking about it, it goes against everything I stand for in terms of art and shit. As I always say on my Patreon, with everything I do, I put up, it's there for you. Print it off, make prints, make posters, make stickers out of it. Print off my comics and staple them together, have your own comics, bootleg copies of my stuff. Sell it if you want, if you can. If you can take my shit and sell it and make money for yourself out of it, fucking go ahead. Do it. Like, how am I going to stop you? Do it. Take the art. Art exists as a thing. It's not mine. I make the shit, sure, but it's not, I put it out there for people. I make shit so people can see it and have it. I don't, rant. So, ultimately, I've decided I'm going to make something called EFTs, entirely fungible tokens, or ewan fungible tokens, because it's an E. It works with the turtle. I'm going to start making a series of EFTs, entirely fungible. I know it technically might not make sense. Being a fungible means it can be copied, basically, or it can be replaced with something identical. So the point of NFTs is each individual piece has a unique code attributed to it, which you are the owner of. If you win an auction for it, your fucking IP or whatever IP address is linked to that unique code that cannot be copied or replaced. Therefore, it's non-fungible. That's my understanding from the little bit of reading I've done. And I say little bit, like literally first thing on Google, just the headline, and go, oh, I get it. So EFTs are going to be entirely fungible, where the whole point of them is to be copied and be replaced with themselves and each other, and copies of itself and each other. I'm going to put them up online. You can take them, print them, put them on shirts, make stickers out of them, fucking colour them in, make your own versions, turn them into whatever you want. The whole point is that it's art for people, rather than restricting art into this stupid fucking crypto online world only for people to make money off of. And the people who are making the real money are the people on top of it all. The fuckers in Silicon Valley, man. Those cunts with all the money are making more money. Yeah, you might make you might make thousands of dollars or whatever off of it. But you're helping to fucking fund and prolong this culture of the rich getting richer off of the work of the poorer people. And art's supposed to be for poor people. Art and comedy and all that shit. It's supposed to be made by fucking dirty peasants for dirty peasants, not for the amusement of some fucking higher up clean cut cunts that are just going to make money off of it. They go, hey, look, there's some street art, some graffiti, that's marketable. Let's put it in the background of our advertisements and our fashion photo shoots so it gives us more street cred, so we can make more fucking money off of it, because that's what's important. It's no use to us if it doesn't make money. What's art for if it doesn't make money for people who already have all of the fucking money in the world? So I'm trying to take it back in my own little way. EFTs, entirely fungible. Funge the fuck out of these tokens. I'm going to make a bunch of them. They'll be up there. I don't suppose it will spread around. My reach isn't that far. But I'm doing my bit for something I believe in, yeah. I don't know. Might make a cool t-shirt design. Look, it's like a skull, and it's this is nothing terribly new. I've done these sorts of things before. This is a goblin one. I'm going to do that next. I'll work on this skull a little bit more while I'm here. I just, I might do some like colourful ballpoint versions of these as well. I think this is a nice bold design. Could work. There's a sticker or a shirt, could work as like a colouring in kind of piece. There's many, many uses these could have. And that's the point, is that you take it and you do with it what you wilt. Consider yourself the owner of it. If you like, do whatever. Don't fucking just create one thing that only one person can own. If they win the fucking auction or whatever, they're so fucking ugh. Just go away with that shit. Art's supposed to be for people, not kept in a fucking box. That's why galleries are shit. Like, if you produce a new series of works and they're paintings on canvases or whatever, then really the only real way to display those is to put them on show somewhere where they can be seen. And galleries are basically that. So, you know, you go to a gallery and see the work by the person that's created it. But that's why galleries kind of annoy the hell out of me, because it's just everyone go to this one place to look at this work by this one person or, you know, select group of people. And it's always like a select group of people. It's never the people you really want to see exhibiting. It's never me, basically. This is just me being bitter that I don't make thousands and thousands of dollars off my artwork and I don't get offered exhibition spaces. But, you know, books. Fucking comic books, man. Comic books by solid fucking comic book artists. Panel after panel of artwork drawn in this book that's pumped out in a month and is made to be read through in minutes and then chucked into a box in a bag as part of a collection. And that's the best shit, because it's affordable for anyone to just grab and look at. And you look at these amazing fucking pieces of artwork that have had so much time and effort put into them. All the history and shit involved in making that shit. That shit's the best, not fucking exhibitions. It is cool to see that shit in the flesh if you know, when they exhibit original, you know, pages from comic books and stuff. It's cool to see, but ultimately, I don't know. I'm just ranting and raving. Here's something. Something that's been on my mind of late, which is just a little bit to do with my bitterness. Is why do I really resent people when they have success? I see like people I follow on Instagram and they like go, hey, my new exhibition's going up, or here's the new thing I'm working on, or I've just gotten this published by these people. And part of me feels almost hatred. And I'm like, oh, fuck you. Why do you get to have success? Especially when it's like, if they're getting published or they're getting work that is similar, or if not the exact type of work that I'm trying to get and haven't gotten it. And I see them having that success and I'm just like, oh, fuck you. And it, you know, sometimes it's well-deserved success that these people are having. I've followed them for years and years, and, you know, now they're making it to a point where they're getting shit published and they're, you know, having shows and selling stuff and making decent money doing what they do. And it's fantastic. It's so cool to see that their hard work and dedication over the years is paying off for them. And I have every reason to just be supportive and be like, yes, fuck yes. And I am. And I will send them messages being like, hey, fuck yes, that's so cool to see. Congrats. But on the inside, I'm like, you fuck you and your fucking success. It's Akira book 5. We finished book 4 and now it's book 5. Oh my God, I wish I wasn't alive. Cha-cha-cha. I think my voice is coming back gradually, bit by bit. Look, judging by this, maybe we see Tetsuo get all big and fucked up with a big swollen baby body that he gets in the film in book 5. About time. Oh, let's check out the colour pages. Those are always fun. Although I find the colour pages in this publication and this series of publications are somewhat underwhelming. More so just the things that happen to be coloured, like water and some boats. It's like, there's so much else in this book I'd rather see in colour than But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. This will be quite a quick flip through because, you know, we've already spent so... Look at that. Look at the room. Look at all the stuff on the table. There's a monk on the couch. I wish I had a couch with a monk on it in my room. Ugh. There you go. There's my measure of success. That's when I'll stop being bitter about people having success and shit. When I've got a couch in my room. I don't even have a couch. Someone give me a fucking couch. I don't have room for a couch. If I have a couch with a live monk sat on it, I'll do like David Cho, get myself my own personal fucking monk guy. He has a name, I don't know, like a personal fucking, I forget the term, but you know what I mean. Like a shaman, a personal shaman to cast spells on you and give you positive energy throughout the day so you can, you know, come harder. I've said come twice. It's vulgar. Toilet humour. You don't really come in a toilet, do you? Oh, maybe some people do. But yeah, I'm not going to spend too long flipping through this. I'll just sort of flip through it and then pull out, I'll tear pages out. I'll fucking tear it apart. I don't give a shit. You've seen before where I've like screwed up book pages and stuff. In general, I'm cool to do that. This is one of the few collections I'd like to keep relatively tidy. Like, you know, it's worn and there are like stains and dust and shit on it because it's in my room. It's gonna get shit on it. But yeah, I'd like to keep my Akira books relatively like neat relative to my space and everything in it. So I'm not going to tell you. So, point being, I said I'll pull out bits that I think look interesting or are particularly good examples of drawing and cartooning and stuff. Or rather, I'll point them out rather than pull them out. I'm not a fan of pulling out. Especially not now I've had my vasectomy. Pulling out, what's that? It's what you do when someone makes plans with you and you agree and then later on you regret it. So you pull out and make another reference to cum in the video. That's cool. Got the detail in the fucking carpet and shit and the floorboards and like the engine parts and cables and exhaust pipes and things, the curtain, the racket and the frames on the walls and the plaster coming. It's just so much. Like if you just draw a room and you get the idea he's like taking apart and putting together bikes and shit in a room, you go, okay, yeah, draw it. There's no need to make it quite as detailed as he has here, but there's also no need not to do that, I guess. I've gone with the Colonel to find Chiyoko. Okay. I love these post-apocalyptic outfits. That's particularly bad. That would be what Millhouse looks like. I'm thinking about doing in the... oh, there you go, some news. In the post-apocalyptic Springfield comic, I keep going over and over the story in my head. It's going to be so good when I finally fucking get it done. But I'm thinking at the end, it might be a bit tacky and cliche, but it might just fit of doing a like, like 1 year later. So the story happens, Millhouse grows as a character, as a person, whatever, and then it goes like 1 year later, and then he's like some fucking wasteland veteran, and he's all survivalist, doing his shit. He's realised what he needs, what he doesn't need, what's important. Maybe he helps people, maybe he's just out for himself, but there's some kind of shit going on where he's like, yeah, he's made it, he's survived, and he is continuing to survive. He's grown as a person on the inside and out. That's insane, man. All the fucking doohickeys and the bits and pieces, the nooks and crannies, bits and bobs. PPs and vajayjays. There's this guy again, the eye guy. I like him. The Seer. The rubble's really cool. Like that. Have you played Fallout 3? No, Fallout New Vegas DLC, The Lonesome Road. That, frankly, I played New Vegas, and I hadn't really paid much attention to the DLCs because New Vegas wasn't. I didn't find it great. On replaying it, I found it better, and I finally gave The Lonesome Road a go. And Lonesome Road, the DLC, is one of the best sort of post-apocalyptic atmosphere feeling games I've played, I think. Fallout 3 is fantastic. Say what you want about it compared to the first two Fallouts. Yeah, I know it's not really an RPG, it's not that great in terms of this and that and characters and boo. But in terms of atmosphere and feeling like you're in this, you know, just bombed out wasteland of a city, it builds that world really, really well. Great feeling to it. Great, cool, great. And then New Vegas was a bit of a letdown because of that. In that it's in a desert, and so it's already kind of a wasteland. And then sort of like some of the shantytown stuff is kind of okay, but it's irritating because it feels like with the strip and everything, everyone in New Vegas is just sort of carrying on with their lives. The struggle of post-nuclear survival doesn't feel that present. And you know, it's a different game, and I know it's created by the creators of the original one, and the story is great, and it has really good mechanics and stuff. But in terms of the feeling of post-apocalyptic nuclear wasteland, it didn't hit as hard for me as Fallout 3 did. Then I played the DLC, The Lonesome Road, and that for me hit even harder in terms of the post-apocalyptic survival than Fallout 3. I think that was even better, except for the little tunneler creatures, the little with the glowing bits, and the little, you know, they weren't that great because they felt sort of like they were just dropped in. Because you've got the marked men with like they look like they've just got the fucking skin torn off their faces, and their armor is made out of like, you know, cobbled together bits of armor and like street signs and tape and shit. That feels so like nuclear holocaust, fucking radiation, your skin coming off, and you've made armor out of whatever you can, and all these warheads lying around the area and stuff. There's death claws everywhere. Like, that all feels like it's sort of grown out of the nuclear wasteland. But then those little tunneling creatures feel like they were just dropped in there. They don't feel like they've come from anywhere. Like most of the creatures, you know, rad scorpions and rad roaches, mole rats, fucking yao guais and shit, they all feel like they are nuclear versions of pre-existing creatures. Whereas, yeah, and even, you know, I know death claws are like a lab experiment sort of thing, and they were grown artificially or whatever. Super mutants came from somewhere, and then these little tunneling creatures just feel like little aliens almost, like they came out of nowhere. You can't really attribute them to anything in the world previous, yeah. And these are the things you have to think about when you're building a post-apocalyptic world, when you're flipping through a comic and not paying attention to any of it because you're talking about a completely different franchise, a completely different media. Oh, he's bandaging himself up. I want some scenes like this in my Springfield comic as well. Of like Milhouse bandaging himself up, learning to do that, learning to take care of it, because he's never had to take care of himself. There's, you know, where his parents divorced and he became this like insular, dark, moody character, Milhouse. But ultimately, he's never really had to take care of himself. And so the book is going to follow the journey of not just losing his family, but the one rock in his life being Bart, however mean Bart could be to him, losing that and realising he has to fend for himself, literally in every possible way. So he might get injured. I'm thinking attacked by dogs. Dogs might try and eat him. and he's going to have to, you know, hobble off after surviving the attack and sort of bandage himself up. So I'll put some of those scenes in there. That'd be quite good. Love this. They come out of the bridge and then the rubble, that's drawn so well. The tunnel just ends and it's all broken away. Holy shit! A swear word! Oh my goodness gracious! I think my voice is coming back. I did think of a name for the Springfield comic. I was going to call it Springfield : fucked. I thought that would be quite good. There's a couple of things to talk about that I'll get onto. But yeah, it would be like, I'd come up with some good text for it and everything. And this would be all like, you know, like bits of it falling apart and stuff. Like it is broken lettering. Springfield. Fucked. But more likely, I'm going to call it... This is a working title. I'm not sure. I'm not sure quite how it sounds, how it will look as a finished book. And even with the cover, I'm going to paint the cover last, probably. Or like maybe halfway through doing the actual comic, I'll get the cover done. So I've got some inner sort of context for myself to do it. And I'll probably do the same with the title as well. I'll wait until I've built some of the story physically. So it gives me something to work on, to work with, to build on to get the title. But the working title so far is After the Bombs Have Fallen on Springfield, which is a bit, doesn't flow that great, and it's a bit of a mouthful, but I don't want it to be too gimmicky, like the Springfield Armageddon, Springfield Apocalypse, Fallout, New Springfield, something like that, like The Simpsons, Go Nuclear, Millhouse Meltdown, or something like that, like too, like quippy, fucking, you know, Marvel movie-esque, Joss Whedon sort of shit. Boom. So I don't know, either like Springfield After the Bombs Have Fallen, or After the Bombs Have Fallen on Springfield, or After the Bombs Have Fallen, full stop, Springfield. Something like that. Or like it'll be like the book will be called After the Bombs Have Fallen, and then the subtitle will be Springfield. It's a working title that's not set in stone. You know, I just want it to be a bit more interesting than just The Simpsons, you know, Treehouse of Horror, 88, fucking nuclear holocaust in Springfield, banana, and everything's a parody of other things that aren't even horror related, just movie parodies apparently, because that's what they do now. They don't even reference horror films, just films in general, pop culture, video games and apps, fucking internet memes and shit. There is a spy among us. Oh my god, the little Among Us characters. Fantastic fucking collapsed cityscape with a helicopter going over it. Not easy to draw, son. What sort of time are we at? Okay, yeah, I'll get a speed run going on this. So I have more things to talk about. Plus, now we've looked through 4.5 Akira books, you can only point out so much, like, oh, this is drawn well, or this is drawn well, because I'm going, oh, look, the cityscapes are drawn really well, the rubble's drawn really well, oh, he does explosions, like, yeah, you see that in the first 1, 2, 3, 4 books, you get it. So for now, I can really only sort of point out a handful of other things. Spray paint, that will come up in my Simpsons book. Ooh. I like that, like, the cult of Akira is gathering power, and there's like bandits coming against him, and they're all gathering. It's like some war is building. Akira, our saviour! Lord Akira! Akira! Ooh, in the stadium they got like an announcer guy. Let's not focus on the story, let's stick to the art, folks. Got Akira on his throne as they're carrying him. No, I didn't miss anything. Ugh. I might have gone on to like 2 or 3 different tangents, meaning to get back to a point I was going to make and then not getting back to it at all. Is he on the moon? Is Tetsuo on the moon? He did fuck off up into space last book, I think, didn't he? There's Akira looking up at the moon. And the moon, there's Tetsuo. That's some solid fucking visual storytelling, man. Oh, okay, he goes, alright. Ladies and gentlemen, Master Tetsuo. Oh, okay. So Tetsuo is back from whatever he was doing previously. The moon, Lord? The moon. Yes, my lord. Huh? What? What? The moon? The actual moon in the sky? Huh? Where'd he go? He vanished into thin air. He's looking up at the moon, the moon, the moon. Great double page spread. I was going to be like, is this like a photo manipulation? But no, you can see the ink lines, like it's all drawn. And then he's used like a duotone texture for the like greyness of it. And then like a razor blade to cut lines in it. Genius. Genius way of doing that shit, man. Is there... Good, now fuck off. That was a speech bubble, I wasn't just saying that. What's he gonna do to the moon? Blast some shit. He's doing shit on the moon, oh my god. He's gonna fucking blow it up. He's doing some shit. Well, there you go, there's something I pointed out. Some nice visual storytelling with the moon. I'm back, Lord. Lord Akira. Blasted a hole in the moon, gave it rings. Oh, look how well he draws explosion. Look how well he draws bikes and action. How do you draw an action scene with multiple people on bikes and a train and fucking explosions and shit? People falling off their bikes. Gee to the Zars. I can only begin to imagine drawing shit like that. I mean, I could do that easily, you know, any day. Give me a couple minutes, I'll get on it. No worries, blood. I just, you know, got all my commissions to do. I don't have time to be doing all that shit. Oh no, Tetsuo's starting to get fucked up. Oh my god. He's covering it up. The moon. The moon. The moon. There's a hole in the moon. There's a lot of holes in the moon. All those craters. I love drawings like that, of just stuff, just things on tables, on floors, books piled up, cigarette butts in an ashtray, just things, drawings of things, things on tables. Oh, tits. Alright, let's fucking get through this book, shall we? Oh, the kiss. Oh. Atmosphere, atmosphere. Oh, is he still asleep? Just like a baby. Oh, little sleepy baby Akira. Oh, bless him. Tetsuo. Ba-ba. He's got a robot arm, a robot arm, a robot arm. Tetsuo has a robot arm. He'll fuck you up with his robot arm. Yeah, whatever. Oh, you can beatbox a little bit, kind of almost. Oh, it's swelling up and shit. Gary has just fallen asleep. We need to let her sleep. Oh, this shit's getting there. It's getting there. I want to see it. That's the climax of this. That's going to make me climax. Go fuck. It's happening. It's happening. Sloth. Grump. Shit's coming through the floor. The floor's collapsing and exploding. Crump. Those sorts of Akira noise. Fropf. Ah, fuck. Flesh and stone. Cables. It's all going together. Oh, fuck. What are these tubes? They're flesh, but they're not. Oh, my God. It's Tetsuo. Oh, fuck. My body is... No. Scruff. Boom. Oh, my God. Woof. My body. What's happening to it? The power. Your body is no longer enough to sustain it, so it seeks to absorb the objects around you so that it can continue to grow. Is he on that boat, I guess? Oh, he's becoming part of that boat. Oh, and then this fires... They fire at him on the... I don't know, whatever. Boom. Oh, but he's alive. And enjoying himself by the looks of things. That's cool. I love all the tendrils on the floor. The horizon line being the ground floor. That's cool. Draw the jet. Draw the boat with all the fucking little railings and ladders and antennae and satellite dishes and shit. Look at the drawing of the jet. That's really fucking good. Alright, oh, he's fucking gotten himself. He jumped up onto the jet, and now he's becoming part of the jet. Jesus, the monster. Christ. It crashes, explodes. Tetsuo walks out. Oh, I want to see him swell up big. Oh, fuck, he's fucked. Or is he? Ugh. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Other characters doing other things. Come on, there's more important shit to be looking at right now. Did that just end? Did I miss something? Shit. Where'd she go? Oh, she vanished, teleported, or got teleported away somewhere while he was trying to mind fuck her. And then he got a headache and he feels bad and he's gonna collapse. Okay. And then she's suddenly here with these guys. I guess they teleported her to them. Stay alive. I'm counting on you. Boom. war wages on outside. All the factions fighting against each other. That guy got shot to pieces, but he's still alive through the smoke. Squish. Akira's awake. Master Tetsuo! Shit. I guess they're all heading down. Kaneda and his crew. They're at the stadium heading down towards Tetsuo and Akira. Fuck. Let's do it. Charge. Ready for the next book. Zowie Kablowie. Alright, so here's a couple of things I was thinking about. Obviously, but Vember, the old B-U-T-T Vember is coming up very, very soon. I've got almost all my drawings done, so I'll have to do very little work during the actual month of November, which is good. I can focus on commissions and other things, maybe certain comics featuring certain houses made of mill. And I was thinking it would be cool, because I want to do, more publications, more art books and things. It would be cool to do something with all the butt drawings. Obviously, I have my plan is with all my nudes, all my nudie nude drawings, is I've gone over it before. I have such a specific, clear idea of the exact book I want to make in which to display my nude drawings. And that sort of thing isn't going to be doable unless I've got an official, actual, real-life publisher behind me. So it might be years and years until it happens, but when it happens, it'll be fucking good. I guarantee it. But I was thinking, in the meantime, what I could do is a Butt Vember book, like a book of just butt drawings. And like the full nudes book, it would be more or less chronological. Go from the start. A little bit of, a few words, a little bit of history of what it is, how it got started and all. Pictures of some of my first Butt Vember drawings going up to the present day. The only issue I have with that book really would be year upon year it would become like I'd want to remake it every year, and not like make a brand new one, but just add on to it. So make the same book but with like a bunch of extra pages featuring this New Year's crop of butt drawings. But I mean, that's just one of those things. It's the same with comics. Every time I finish a comic and print it up, I look through it and go, oh, I want to change this and change that. But you've just got to, with creating anything, you have to know when to just put it down and say, this is done now. That's the thing. So, Butt Vember book. A nice square book, I figure. Square, about this big, square book. It'll be pretty thick, because there's a lot of butts to do, to show that I've done. Yeah, a nice little Butt Vember book. I think that would be really cool. I think people are like that. I think people would really like that. Be a really fun book to make, fun book to look at, fun book to have around. And then I thought, I can't remember how or why, this just happens, doesn't it? Can't remember how or why I come up with certain ideas. They just appear. It's how ideas work. They just come out of nowhere sometimes. I thought about making a small publication of nude drawings, but basically make like a porno mag, like a single edition, like a one-off porno mag featuring my nude drawings, but really set it up like it's some old school, like filthy British porno mag. Obviously all softcore, because I don't draw hardcore stuff. And so have all the graphic design of it be fairly garish, like pinks and yellows. I figure I'd call it like ballpoint smut. So it would be like ballpoint smut in like pink and yellow with harsh black outlines and stuff, and then a big busty girl on the front with stars over her nipples, and titles saying interview with these inside with an arrow pointing to the tits, and like different features. We've got selfies from the girls next door and butt of the month, and the best ballpoint boobs in town, that sort of thing, advertised on the front, and then inside all of those different features. And it is good as well because there's a whole bunch of girls I've drawn multiple times, so I can have like features of individual girls across several pages. So I can have like 3 or 4 pages of drawings of the same girl, some full page images, some like 2 or 3 to a page with a little bit of text. All the text will be fairly nonsense and tongue-in-cheek. I'll probably make up names so as not to have the actual people's identities shown off in this horrible publication, which is a fairly common thing in terms of like those sorts of publications, because even models, porn stars, they all have made up names, don't they? So it sort of fits the theme. And then also, because I know not all, but like some of those sorts of adult publications, they have like mature porno like comics and stuff. So I might do a few of those, like some ballpoint nude comics. Like, maybe one full page, like 4x4 panel comic thing, and then a couple of just strips on another page, just like short, quick little porno gags. I can't think of anything right now of like the jokes or whatever I'd put in there, but me, I'd make them fun and funny and sexy. That's what I do, innit? But yeah, I think that I honestly, I don't like to toot my own horn too much, but I think that's a really fucking good idea, and I think it would be really cool. And I'll print it up just the same as I do my comics. I can't imagine the printer would have too much of an issue with it. He's been cool printing everything I've done so far, and like I say, it's not porn really, because they're just nude studies. So I think he should be fine with it. But yeah, it'll be a really fun and funny thing to have, and also a fun thing to make. And like true to form, all the text and stuff will be drawn by hand, so it won't feel too static and clinical or whatever. Yeah, I'm actually quite excited about the idea of making that. I think it'll be a really neat little thing. Maybe sort of like 30 to 40 pages, like a fairly decent sized magazine, lots and lots of nude drawings in it. And that's a way of doing something with my nude drawings before I get to the big book with a real publisher or whatever. So that'd be good, yeah? Yeah, that'd be good, man. It's a good idea. If you don't think so, you're a fucking idiot. Sorry, my voice is still a bit croaky. I think it's back, but like croaky. I don't know. This is looking pretty cool. It's looking really cool, actually. I quite like it. I got a couple of new Copic markers just for this. They didn't have black. I was going to get a couple of black ones, but I got a dark grey and a dark blue. They do well enough, don't they? Plus, it's one of those things, isn't it? Like, a lot of times it's best not to use black because you get like a different sort of hue, a different vibe, a different feel to your pieces if you don't just use black and white and shit all the time. There's some different energy in there with some different colours. You know how I always use that purple ink in place of like black or whatever? it's good to use like a blue, for instance. Yeah, so, I mean, time. Okay. Plenty of time to babble on about shit. So, I've got so many projects ready to do. I just need to do them. I think. I know I've said a lot of stuff, and my I'll be honest, my mental health is at a low point currently. I'm not feeling good of late, but I'm trying. I'm keeping on. I'm getting there. So I said that I'll do this a lot, and I just haven't. But like, I'll get. I think the first few pages of the Millhouse comic done as soon as I can. Sort of like between 5 to 8 pages done, and a working cover. So not final cover, but just a cover to go with it. Then with that as a base, I'll set up like a GoFundMe or something to help fund it, to help with printing, and also to give me money, so that I can, just sit and actually work on the thing. Because it's going to be really good, and I want to be able to give it the time it needs to make sure it is really good. Because it's going to be really fucking good. So there's that. I still want to do, and obviously this is sort of like near future. Every 4 months? Do 3 like sort of magazine small book publications, just collecting all of the work from the previous 4 months. So the first 4 months of the year, whatever I produce, I'll cobble together in like a scrapbook and publish that in a limited run. Just so then by the end of the year, you'll have these 3 volumes, and each one will be marked like 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3. So you'll have these 3 volumes of everything I've done in the year. Comic book pages, nudes, commissions, butt drawings, doodles, little flesh bob things, goblins, whatever, will all be in there. For the most part, I probably won't cram everything in, but depending on how much I do in each set of 4 months, maybe I'll have to cram everything. We'll see how that goes. So that would be cool to have by the end of the thing. A Butt-Vember book sometime next year would be really cool, before next Butt-Vember. It might be good if I do like the Ballpoint Smut Mag earlier in the year, and then the Butt-Vember book later in the year, leading up to next year's Butt-Vember. That would be quite cool. So that is potentially 5 publications. Well, no. Well, that's 3 publications collecting the year's work by the end of the year. Smut magazine, Butt-Vember book. That's 5 publications right there. This is a pretty big if I can get the Springfield book done in 1 year, that's another one. That's 6. And there's no promises on this. There is no promises on this whatsoever, but there's a possibility I might try and get another issue of Gun Viking done, like full hand painted Gun Viking comic, issue 5 basically. Carrying on the story from the end of the book, from issue 4. If I can do that, I may also try and put out print editions of issue 4, so I do have all 4 and then 5 issues available. So the Gun Viking thing is like no guarantee. We'll see how the year goes, how much money I'm making, if I've got time to sit and do it, on top of everything else I'll be doing. Because like the obviously the collection, the years collected into 3 volumes, I don't really have to worry about those so much. I just need to sort of, I'm gonna have on my laptop a folder marked 2022, 2022, 2022, yeah. And then everything I make during the year, that I'll scan it in and put it in that folder. And I'll have subfolders 1, 2, and 3. So the first 4 months, second, and third 4 months. So it's all in one place, ready to be put together into a book. So I don't really have to worry about making those so much. They'll just sort of happen gradually. The ballpoint smut mag, I could probably put that together within a couple of days. I'll get a quote for the printing and get that sorted. But Vember book, it'll be quite a chunky thing, nice and chunky. So that'll take a little bit more time, but you know, we'll get there, get that done pretty easy. And then the Springfield comic, in terms of drawing, it's going to be loose blue ballpoint sketches. I'll rough it out and then lightbox it loosely in blue, colour it with markers and ballpoints, and then black ballpoint outlines, or maybe brush pen here and there. So it should be relatively quick to make. And it's Simpsons, and so I'm going to try not to get too detailed with it all. I'm going to try to keep it looking like it's the Simpsons world, but drawn by me, obviously. So we'll see how that goes. The main thing is, it might be 60 pages, it might be 120 pages. I'm not quite sure yet, so I have to see how that goes, how long that will take. Ideally, it wouldn't take more than a few months, but who knows? And I'm constantly aware that I've basically just fucked off the How to Draw Comics book. That's absolutely something I want to do. I want to produce that as a book. But as I've said, with my sort of moods and mental state of late, it's not been something I feel up to producing. And if I'm going to do it, I want to do it good and have it feel like it's a decent product worth having, not just something that's been thrown together. So, you know, someday, that'll come out someday. Maybe next year. If everything goes well earlier in the year, then maybe, I don't know. See. But these, look at these, EFTs. A couple of EFTs. Entirely fungible. Ewan will funge your tokens. I'll funge the lot of yous. You funging pieces of cunt. Would these make good non-fungible tokens? I don't know. Or entirely. I need to make sure I've got a grasp on the old terminology there. Make sure I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Entirely fungible tokens. It'll catch on. Everyone will love them, and I'll be rich and famous because of it. You wait and see. One day they'll all be sorry. They'll all be sorry one day.